What's going on, EA family? Sorry we haven't posted in a while. We have a lot of things going on here at the shop, and unfortunately we are going to be closing. Now, the reason why we are closing is because Eddie had a hard time finding a technician up to his standard that he holds for EA. And due to that, we had a hard time trying to catch up on all of our work, getting all these cars out, and it's caused a lot of stress on Eddie. So with all the stress, he started having a lot of anxiety, started having anxiety attacks, and he figured it'd be best just to close so he can go ahead and get rid of a lot of that stress going on right now. While we're closed, we will be going back to mainly focusing on YouTube, so I'll be taking over that 24/7, 7 days a week, and I will be constantly trying to find new content for us to do. During that time, Eddie will be working at the dealership for a short while Luis looks for a second location to open up for First Stop Auto House. Once that opens up, Eddie will be going over there and will be the lead tech. So while he's doing that, we decided to go ahead and make a mini series for a couple of projects. We have 3 projects that we want to do. Project A is my EM1, of course. We got this LS transmission that just needs new synchros, which we'll go with Synchrotex carbon synchros to get it replaced. So the gearing should be nice and tall, should be fun for a lot of highway pulls, things like that, daily driving it, not sitting at 5,000 RPMs at 70 miles per hour. Now for what we want for the EM1, we want to take it for corners. Eddie, how do you think the LS transmission will do in the corners? Do you think the gearing's too tall and it won't be as fun? What do you think?
I think it would be perfect. With the size of turbo that you're running, it should pull up pretty quick, so you shouldn't have any issues. So I don't see any problems with it.
Alright, this is the engine. The block came out real nice looking. We're almost done with it. Just got to put the oil pan back on. We got the oil pump put on.
Basically, what we did is put new pistons, new rings, use the same rods, new bearings on the rods and mains. He got a ACL high pressure oil pump. Basically, it's a stock long block. Other than that, I mean, he should be able to push about 300.
So that's Project A. Project B right now is my GTI still. Found a block for it, but right now we're trying to do one project at a time. We're not millionaires. We don't make a ton of money where we can just throw it into the cars. So we're doing one project at a time, but Project B will be my GTI. As some of y'all know, I moved to Houston and I said, hey, give me more power. My tuner said, you're on stock block. I don't recommend it. I said, I don't care. I plan on building it anyways. Just give me a few more pounds of boost. Engine did not like it. Blew the motor. So we already found a replacement motor. We're going to throw it in there and try to do as much power as possible. We'll see. It's going to be a long project. It's going to take me a while to get it up to where I want it to be. Now Project C will be Eddie's car. Now Eddie, what are we doing with your car for Project C?
So I'm still a little undecided, but I'm going for it anyway. So I'm going to do a K24A2 with a RSX Type S transmission. I don't know if he showed you on the camera, but we got it over here. I basically got it almost all pieced together. That's the EG subframe that we're going to use. Sorry for the mess. This is the engine that we're going to be throwing in it. RBC manifold, 7mm throttle body. You get a good view at it. It is a 6-speed Type S trans. We got the oil pump sitting inside that we're going to do a swap on. This is the 50-degree RBC timing gear. Type S oil pump is already modified to fit with the chain, baffle, everything, and I already got the headers for it. All we need left is the cooling system, which is radiator cooling hoses and axles and ECU. That's all I need for me to throw that swap in.
So right now Eddie is in the process of still trying to buy the property here. The reason for that is because he's already so comfortable here. His family, of course, his kids grew up here, so he would like to buy the property. and so that we don't have to move everything out from the shop again. So he's going to try to buy the property, and we're mainly going to be using the shop for our YouTube channel and our personal cars to be worked on. As far as working on other projects and other customers' cars, unfortunately, since we will be closed, we will not be doing so. But we really hope to buy this property so that we can continue to have lifts. Now, because Eddie is trying to purchase this property, we decided to finally put in brand new lights so we can see in here in the dark. We've needed these for quite some time. Right, Eddie?
What?
Finally put some lights in so we can see at night.
Yeah, finally, yeah.
How long has it been?
I don't even know.
So big shout out to Mr. Abel here for helping us out, putting those lights in.
I'm afraid of heights.
Man,
Abel's not.
2 steps up the ladder, Eddie's already shaking it, tear rolling down his face.
Just thinking about it.
What was that, Eddie?
We're still gonna offer TVS engineering tuning.
All right, perfect. So, as y'all know, we are the only TVS authorized vendors in Texas. And so if we were to completely stop offering TVS due to our closure, that leaves a lot of TVS customers here just in the dark. They will have to go find another TVS authorized vendor, which the nearest one to us is, I think the nearest one to us is what, Oklahoma?
I think so.
Yeah, the nearest one will be to Oklahoma. So we're gonna talk with TVS so that we can at least continue to serve the TVS customers here. Watch your head, Eddie. There's a hose hanging down.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
Now, other than TVS, Eddie, is there any other tuners that we will be working with, or are there other authorized vendors nearby?
Us ourselves, we're going to be obviously APR, TVS, and Eurodyne. Other than that, we still got Luis from First Stop Auto House, who offers, if I'm not mistaken, 034. He also offers APR, IE,
EQT.
EQT. He has all those, so technically we got almost all of them. The only one we don't, I guess the only one we can get a hold of is United Motorsports, because they already have a dealer here. We got most of the important ones. So.
Okay. So those of you on TVS, do not worry. If you need an update on your tune or anything like that, we will continue to help y'all out. Of course, if you start want parts installed or anything swapped out, we will not be offering that. And now some updates on some of our shop cars. So Eddie's Boost Wagon got a new file finally. It's taking him a bit just because he hasn't had the time to do logs and everything else. But we did take it out for a run. He got called out by a EG hatch, fully gutted K20 turbo, making it between 450 to 5. He put everything back in. Well, just to make sure that Eddie was as light as possible, he took out the passenger seat, the driver's seat. I mean, not driver's seat. The back seats, the subs, everything out of his car to make it as light as possible. The EG at fully gutted, anywhere between 450 to 500 horsepower, had us a little worried, that's for sure. But with the new file and all the weight reduction Eddie did for that night, you'll see in the video, it was such a good run. They did 3 runs, and out of those 3 runs, Eddie was able to win 2 of them, with the Honda winning the 3rd and final one. On Eddie, what was the last roll y'all did?
It was a 55 for the second run, and it was a 65 on the third run. But on the third run, my car was already too hot.
Now, of course, all of those were Honda.
My rolls are 40 to 50.
So Honda got his rolls in. Eddie likes 40 to 50. So anything above 50 is a little too high just because of Eddie's got the Golf R gearing. He's going to go with the Beetle Trans, so his gearing could be taller. Now, if y'all don't know, the Beetle transmission gearing for the Mark 6s almost equals to what the Mark 7s are. Mark 7's 4th gear will take you about 147 if I'm not mistaken, and the Beetle gears for the Mark 6s will take them close to that. But that's all for today, guys. I want to give you a quick update. Again, apologies for not posting in quite some time, but I will be focused a lot more on that now, posting as frequently as possible, posting up shorts, posting more on Instagram and Facebook. So stay tuned for a lot more updates here to come. And other than that, hope y'all have a wonderful day. And until next time, hit that like and subscribe.